Second Nature for Children is in the house. Coach, how you doing?
Great, man. Great as always. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing absolutely great. Before we even get started, you got anything you want to share with us? Anything on your heart, on your mind before we even get started?
Yeah, I just gotta say something, man. I was talking to someone last night, and I was telling them it's amazing how we, as adults, talk to kids about conflict resolution.
Mm.
You know, and we got adults, 2026. We so advanced and all of that, and we warring.
Mm.
So how you telling a kid of a conflict resolution, about discussing, about finding some sort of common ground to solve an issue, and the adults and the kids looking at adults warring? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense to me. But yeah, that was on my mind, man. Really. So
And by you saying that, when you really think about it, that's something that should be so basic. We don't know how to communicate. That plays a big part. We don't know how to communicate. And so a lot of times when the adults act a certain way, and it just trigger down to the children. And so for me working with children for so many years, when you see children behave in a certain way on a higher scale, this is my observation, this is my work. Once you meet their parents, then you'll be able to understand, okay, I see a lot of times, I see why the child is acting a certain way. So what has happened, coach, and that's why I'm bringing it to the forefront, dealing with the mind, the body, the soul. The adults haven't got it yet. They don't understand yet. And I teach children every day conflict resolution. I teach them. That's part of the program for Second Nature for Children, because I know as adults, you see the conflict every day, especially now since this social media is out. You see it, and then you see your president. You see how
yeah,
he
yeah,
just
but the kids are not dumb. They're not dumb. They can see, but y'all telling us we can talk it out, but look what y'all doing. They're not dumb, man. So what is it we do? Pick a side and go with it. And the Congress, I got to say, man, right is right and wrong is wrong. You know, come on now, right is right, wrong is wrong. What y'all doing? What y'all doing, man? But hey,
Yeah, and one thing too, them folks don't care sitting up and down. So you better learn how to care about yourself and take care of yourself. So whatever they doing up in now, you need to get yourself and work to put yourself in a position where it doesn't hurt you, because they gonna act a fool with each other in office. You understand? And so let's get it together, people. Let's help our children, because our children got to live through this mess, and they already going through a lot. They already out of control. They got the teen takeover, where they was down at Atlantic Station here in Atlanta, took over. They put it out on social media. We just teen takeover.
I don't look no local news, so no, I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They turned Atlantic Station out a couple of weeks back. Last
Mm-hmm.
week they went up to what they call the Battery in Cobb County and turned the battery out.
Over there
Co-
by the stadium, the Braves.
Come on, man. Them folk came up in there with them army tanks. Yeah, Cobb County came up in there with army tank clearing things out. They went up to the battery. And then the other day, about 2, 3 days ago, they say they was gonna meet and tear up Cumberland Mall. Yeah, yeah. So I hadn't heard anything just yet, but that's what they're doing. They're going on social media and they call it teen takeover. And all the teens just meet and just take
Okay,
over.
can I call it karma? Can I say it's karma?
Mm,
You got to take care of home, man.
mm.
You got to take care of home, or home will take care of you. And you might not like what it look like, but I digress, man.
Gotcha. Coach, I want to talk about, do self-love have a look and behavior? Do self-love. And a lot of times I don't understand if we are conscious that our certain behaviors that we are acting out on, we're not showing that we love ourselves. And I just want to talk about that because from observation and just dealing with us as a people, it's sad to see that a lot of us are not showing love to ourselves. Self-love, just self-love.
Mm,
So before I let you go in, I just want to make sure I defined it so we can all get on the same page what self-love is. And so let's look at self-love. It's a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from action that supports your physical,
mm,
your psychological, and your spiritual
mm,
growth. See, that's why when I talk about the mind, the body, the
mm,
soul, I'm trying to give you that foundation. I'm
mm.
trying to give you that foundation. See, in my world of thinking, and I can bag it up with facts, in my world of thinking, if you're not working to take care of yourself physically, something is wrong mentally. Something is wrong. And like I said, we got over 200 and something disorders, but one of the biggest problems we have as a people, we won't admit when something is wrong, so we can never fix it or get help from it. But I want to say that again. It's a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that supports your physical, your psychological, and your spiritual growth. And we struggle in all three areas. That's one of the reasons you're not seeing that self-love. And it also means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. It
Yep.
also means taking care
Yep.
of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others.
Mm,
I hope everybody
yep.
got that. That's I hope
Yeah.
everybody got that. And whether you know it or not, I can look, meaning I can see whether you have self-love for yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be evident, and then too, it depends on who's looking.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Because if
mm.
you got it for yourself, you recognize it just like that. And just like you can recognize it, you can also see when it's not evident, when it's not there. You know what I mean? So yeah,
And,
yeah,
you know, and by you using the word recognize, and I'm thinking that's one of the problems that we are having, that people are growing older and literally looking at themselves, but not recognizing that it's a problem. I think that's what it is. How could you not recognize? Because I think what has happened in the Black community, that what is so abnormal has just become normal.
no, yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
so 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 if
That's what it is. Yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah, that's what it is. That's what
Mm.
it is. And like I said, they're using
Mm.
that barometer, that as a yardstick, that person or that situation as a yardstick. Well, I ain't doing so bad.
Mm.
Look at them. Man. I ain't doing so
Mm.
bad. That's you know,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
so that's
and
what's going on, man.
and I know a lot of times we may not think about it, but you're not taking care of yourself physically. It can literally be seen because if you're overweight or obese and you're not doing nothing to better yourself, that's a problem. That's a problem. I want you to understand. If you're walking around and you're overweight or you're obese and you're not doing nothing to better yourself, I want to let you know. You can get mad at me all you want to, but the truth is sometimes it hurt. But that's a problem, family. You're gonna pay a price. You're gonna pay a price for that. And I want you to understand, because we always use this word, and I gotta say it again. I'm not judging you because I'm not giving you my opinion whether you're overweight or obese. You know what you are. It's a fact that eventually, if you don't make a change, if you're overweight or obese, you're only going to get worse if you don't make a change. Eventually, you're going to end up paying a bad price for it, whether it's some type of organ that acts up, or whether your knees go out, whether your ankles go out, whether your back
Yeah.
go out, whether whatever type of sickness coming, I want you to know it's coming. If you don't do something to combat it, you got to fight every day to survive, whether you know it or not. It's literally a fight. And we're not fighting. We have to wake up and we got to become more conscious that our health is all we have. I know a lot of people may not think about that, but your health is all you have. And if you think it's not, lose it. Lose it. I want the family to get that. So I can definitely look and say, Coach, that self-love, it has a look. Self-love has a look. Because if you're not taking care of yourself and you're not showing yourself love, you can't tell me you could say whatever you want to say. I put it like that right there. You could say with your mouth, you could say right now you're a billionaire,
Mm.
but it doesn't make you a billionaire just because you say it. So I'm telling you that if you're not doing something right now, or if you hearing my voice and you know you in this position and you're not saying, you know what, I need to get it together. I need to holler at coach. Let me call coach and see how do I get this thing started. Because he's telling me, and all I have to do is pull up statistics, look around, look at my family, be observant. He's telling the truth that I'm gonna pay a price if I'm walking around here overweight or obese and I'm not doing nothing about it. And here's another fact. If you're not taking care of yourself physically, start there. Whether you know it or not, you don't love yourself. You don't. You use that word. I know you want to say you love yourself, but love is a strong liking. It's a strong liking. So you can't tell me as the word is defined. And I just want to go by the definition of the word. It got plenty of definitions, but there is not one definition of the word love that you could see where it'll where you're not taking care of yourself and it defines it. It goes against that. It goes against it. So I just want you to understand that if you're not taking care of yourself, I'm gonna say it again, you don't love yourself. I don't know if anybody ever told you, but you're not showing yourself self-love. Because one thing, see, it's your behavior. It's your behavior that shows whether you have self-love. It's your behavior. It's the way in which one acts or conducts oneself. It's your behavior. And that's why I always tell you guys, your life is based on the mind, the body, and the soul. And in all three areas, they will show if you have self-love. I can deal with you physically. I can deal with you mentally by watching your actions. I can deal with you spiritually by how you're coming. And in all three areas, that's the foundation of life. It's the foundation of life. If you learn how to put those three together, I promise you, it'll change your life. I don't care what you're going through right now in life. It's under the umbrella of the mind, the body, and the soul. It's under that umbrella. You can't get away. It's the foundation of your journey. You can't get around it. You're either going through something physically, you're either going through something mentally, or you're either going through something spiritually. And if you don't learn how to balance them off so that you'll be okay, then you're struggling in one of those areas. That's a fact. You can't get around that. That's a fact. It can be proven. And when I don't see you, because a lot of people I don't see, I don't see you. Your behavior will let me know when I do see you, whether you have self-love. I hope you got that. I don't have to see you, but when I do see you,
Yeah.
yeah, once I see you, it'll let me know, wow, that person is struggling with something, or they haven't awakening yet to your health is everything. Because the first thing I see you. I haven't spoken with you yet to get your psyche to see what's going on mentally. Spiritually, I know that there's a problem. Mentally, I know that there's a problem because physically you're not taking care of yourself. So there's a problem. And we have to figure out or work out what's the problem. Why am I not taking care of myself when I'm all I have? You have to take care of yourself first. Then you could take care of things around you. Because if you're trying to take care of things around you and you're not taking care of yourself, then once you go down, and then the things around you go down with you. So you got to take care of yourself. You got to show yourself love. And from what I see, and I run into people that I probably was in the gym with 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever.
Mm.
And I see they're not doing well. And the first thing they say, because they feel some type of way, Well, you know how it is when you take this time off, or when you're going through this or go, and I be very transparent when I tell them this right here, coach. I don't know how it is. I'm never taking time off.
That time,
I'm never all my life. Even when I was a heavier weight, I was in the gym every day. I just didn't understand nutrition and cardio. I just hadn't put it all together yet. But I've been in the gym literally all my life. And then as I stayed and, began to educate myself more about nutrition, cardio, and these different, because if you're going to be successful at anything in life, it comes with a combination of things. It's not just one thing. You got to put some things together. So, Coach, by me saying that, do self-love, do it have a look and behavior? What you think about that?
I think it does, man. It depends on who's looking though,
Mm,
you know, because you can be looking and don't know what you're looking at. If you that individual who's constantly trying to evolve, kind of trying to be better, you consider it an instant. You know, you don't have to see the person when they start talking. You can get okay. I know what he's on. I know what she's on. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
They on their business. Um, the downside, I think, for a lot of people, man, I say they see that their condition is normal.
mm,
You know, it's all over. It looks like that's the norm. You know, so they don't have the get up and go, man. I need to switch up, and that starts from you, that
mm,
individual.
mm,
It starts from you.
mm,
Whether someone say something, when you read something, you hear something, so man, I need to change. Or even though it could be one of them things where you feel some kind of, man, I'm tired of feeling like this. I need to, that starts with you,
mm,
you know, and it will be evident. I really believe it will be evident. You can tell, but it's work, it's accountability, it's all those things, man. And if that person, that individual, is not in that mindset, not trying to go that route, you can talk to you blowing your face, man. They can
mm,
come up with some excuse, they can come up with something,
mm,
you know. I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. Hey, man, it's your life. All we're trying to do is encourage you to be a better version of yourself. And if you find fault in that, then something is definitely wrong with you. There's something definitely wrong with you, man. You know, the things we're talking about, man, I wish somebody was spitting that to me 10,
absolutely.
20 years ago, man.
Absolutely.
Real
Absolutely.
talk. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But I
Absolutely.
know how important it is. And that's why I look forward to doing what we do. I mean, really. Yeah.
And like you said a little earlier, it's on the individual. Because a lot of times, especially once we get to a certain age, man, you can't tell some of us nothing. It's about a wrap. We just gonna go ahead on and wild out the way we want to wild out.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. We don't want to listen. And like I say, if it don't have anything to do with entertainment or some type of sports or some type of gossip or some type of mess, we really don't want to hear it. So I don't see a lot of times a lot of us wanting to be better, wanting to do better. I'm in a lot of different communities working with children, and my people, when you see us, you can just see we're lost. We're lost. We're not. We're literally
Mhm.
not trying to hear that. In other words, if you tried to go up to one of the folks that I run into when I'm in a lot of these communities, man, I don't want. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. They wild coach every day.
Mm.
When I pull up to certain spots, man, and just see my people out, it's sad. But we are definitely a lost people, man. It's really sad, and it's sad that we don't even get the support here, and we're working to help change lives, but we don't get the support that we really should get here. If we see us as a people moving forward, we will get the shares, we will get the likes, we will get everything. You
Yeah,
send
yeah.
it to your folks, but you see we don't get it because this real ismism, they don't want to hear it. but we're going to keep putting it out. And the reason that we have to keep putting it out is because we done lost a lot of adults. I'm not worried about you. If you want help, the information is here. There's my information. But one day, this information is just like doing research from Dr. Ben and Bianca and all of these other scholars and who studied different things, being able to go back to the ancestors and read things that could better your life. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I want this information put out so our children, and that's why I'm working with children every day to make sure that they get this information. I just break it down and simplify it even more to them. But I want them to get this information and share this information, because this information will definitely change the trajectory of the way they're going, especially from a lot of communities and environments that they come from the single parent home, from the no parent home. I even have kids who parents lead a place and lead the kids in the place because they don't want to lose the place, because the place ain't but $2-3. So they'll just lead the kids in the place while they go with boyfriend and girlfriend over here, and the kids just over here fending for themselves. I got those situations.
Man.
I got those situations. So we're in trouble, and so we got to keep grinding, we got to keep working, and we got to keep pushing, and we got to keep trying. Yeah, and that's all we could do till they lay us down, because it's not many of us. That's the problem. A lot of people may look at the video, oh, that's good, or oh, that's good, but they won't do nothing to help. They won't support the organization. And listen, I haven't asked for anything financially. I said, let's support it by liking, sharing, subscribe. I even just stopped saying that because they weren't doing it. Yeah. We won't even do that to push the information through the algorithm, because we don't understand that YouTube is not going to push this information. So if they look and say, well, they must not be talking about them because it don't have a lot of views. Well, it don't have a lot of views because the algorithm, they don't understand the algorithm doesn't care about you and I trying to help us as a people. So if we don't move it, it won't move. Now, if we put mess, junk, gossip where everybody want to hear, and the algorithm likes it. If it's the news of the day, the algorithm like it. Mess. But I don't have that for them. I don't have it for them. I don't have the mess for them. So I'm going to put it to you like this right here. If you're not exercising or eating healthy, it has a look. I can see it. Excessive alcohol drinking and continuing drug usage. Eventually, that behavior is going to show on you. It has a look. I want you to understand. I see it. Bad decision making, it's going to show. It has a look. Because if you're not maturing mentally and spiritually with your behavior in those areas, coach, it's going to show whether you have self-love or not. If you're not maturing, taking care of yourself physically, working on your mental state, getting an understanding of your spiritual state, family, I'm just going to go on and tell you. There's my email address. If you want to come on the show, anytime somebody want to come on the show and chop it up with us, all you got to do is shoot me an email. Come on here. Go through them videos. If you hear anything that you disagree with, man, I would love to have you. I know Coach would love to have you. And then yeah, I would love to have you. And then if you just would like to come on,
yeah,
Coach, I've been asking.
I'm still stuck in disagreeing, man. I would love to hear that.
Yeah, I would love, Coach. I would love for the information that we're putting out for someone to disagree. I would love it. Please, if you disagree, hit me up. You can see my email. You can see my information, right? And move a little bit. Wow. Okay. Hit me up. Definitely. You don't have to agree. Now, if you want to come on the show and chop it up with us, I got no problem with it. But I'm looking for the folks who disagree. That's what I'm looking for.
So if they disagree, where are they going to find the facts to substantiate what they disagree with? I want to know that.
And I'm glad that you said that, because I want to be very clear about this. I'm glad you said that. Don't come on here with your feelings and emotions all up in the air. Bring me some facts. So I'm glad you said that. Because I'm not going to be on here
Okay.
debating with you going back and forth. Because when I tell you this some is facts, I can bag it up. So I'm
Mm.
not going to be on here talking with you going back and forth and we debating. Not going to do that. So if you disagree with something, make sure that you bring your facts. I'm not going back and forth, which I don't do that. I don't do that.
Most people,
Go
yeah,
ahead on.
most people talk about I think and I feel. Nah, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what it is.
Absolutely.
And that's a different what you think and what you feel.
I don't care
You
nothing
might
about that.
disagree with the tone. I can see that. But come on, the content, all we're trying to do is help you to get another level, on another level in your life. Wow.
I want you to understand.
Wow.
So you got to bring it to me. You got to bring me evidence.
Wow.
Because I can bring you evidence that if you're struggling with your mind, it's gonna show. That's a fact. That's a fact. If you struggling with your mind, if you dealing with some type of issue, if you have something stuck in your subconscious mind that you haven't healed from, or some type of trauma you dealing with, some type of depression, something, man, that's a fact, man. This thing is simple. We just make it hard because we won't seek help. You need to get you some help. And a lot of times, whether you know it or not, your mental state is on display when you're putting certain things out. That's the
Yeah.
sad part. You don't even see it.
A lot of people don't even realize when you articulate and explain a situation, you're also showing a segment of you, your character. You really are. But like I said, depends on who's looking. The
Absolutely.
average person, they're just paying attention to what a person is saying. But when you evolve and you're like, okay, I get this.
Coach,
And it won't take long.
I've
It won't take
literally,
long. Yeah.
I've literally seen people say some crazy stuff. Literally. I can see your mental illness is on display. And you'll have someone else will come on and agree with it, just like you just said. So it depends on who looking at it.
Who's looking? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But if you're
yeah.
working to get better, you'll pick that mess up in a heartbeat. And it's like this right here. If you're struggling with your body, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. Because if you're going to show self-love, you have to connect. Here's the problem. This is what we don't know. You have to connect your spiritual, that which dwells within you. You have to connect this to your mind. You have to learn how to make that connection in order for you to help your body. I'm going to say that again. Watch this. You have to connect your spiritual to your mind, or you can say you'll connect your mind to your spirit, whichever way you want to go. But you have to connect those two together so you can help your body. If those two are not connected, then you can't help the body because it's going to take the mind to activate what needs to be done. It's going to take your mind. It's going to take your mind to activate what needs to be done. Then it's going to take what they call the immaterial part of you to get it done because that's where your discipline, your consistency, your self-love, your self-control, your tenacity, that comes from within you. That's the problem. You're not going to another level because you have no power because you're not connected. That's a true story. That's a fact. You will never get in shape if you haven't programmed it mentally. You'll never do it. Won't do it. Won't happen. It starts here. You will never get in shape if you haven't hooked it here. Say you start going to the gym because you're thinking about it. But if you haven't spiritually hooked it, where your discipline gonna have to come from, it won't work. It won't
Yeah.
last. Those are facts. So, and we make it hard, but I'm explaining to you why you're not advancing in certain areas of life because you're disconnected. And when you're disconnected, you have no power. It's just like that fan. If I unplug that fan, you're not getting no air until I connect it to some type of source. It's just a fan. You just a person. Until you get connected to something, then you just a person. It's nothing special about you. And you have it in you, but you just haven't plugged into it. And if you don't have a certain mindset, and like I said, if you're not connected to discipline and have an understanding that these things come from within you, if you begin to do what I'm telling you to do right now, then I'll be able to see self-love. If you're not taking care of yourself physically, working on yourself mentally, connecting to yourself spiritually, you don't love yourself. I said it. Because by not being connected, it comes with too many destructions. It comes with too many destructions. If you're not changing your eating, your behavior toward things that are self-destructing, if you make that change, I got to get it together. I got to get it together. I promise you, you'll see a big difference in your life. You start taking care of yourself physically. You start meditating mentally, seeing what's going on with you. If you begin to tell the truth to yourself, being honest with yourself. If you really understand, whoa, spiritually, I can't get nothing done because I have no consistency in it. I have no discipline in it. Anytime something come up, I have no tenacity because I have no fight toward it. You can't make it. You can't be successful without it. That's simple. That's 101. And we got to understand that. And if you begin to take care of yourself, I guarantee you, family, I'll begin to see self-love from you. But if you don't, I'm telling you, and there's my email address, you want to come on the show. If you're not taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, you don't love yourself. Damn, I know that's hard to hear. That got to be hard to hear because everybody think they love themselves. They think they do. But if they real about it and really listen, damn, I'm not showing myself that strong liking. I'm not. Because I'll take better care of myself. So it's just something to think about. You can do whatever you want to do. I want the children to get it. And I want the ones who want to go to another level to get it. So self-love, it has a look and it comes from your behavior. It has a look and it comes from your behavior. Go ahead on, Coach. I'm done.
That was Friday. I think Friday had a late lunch. Stopped by a spot, not too far from the house. Had a late lunch. And a dude pull up. I'm gonna just say the car looked better than him.
There we go. There we go.
That's all I'm gonna say.
There we go.
But as we're in tune, you know, it's more evident, man. You look around, you don't have to look fit. It's like it's looking for you. I'm like, okay. I'm like, damn, bro. Now you acquired this thing, right? Looks immaculate, all of that. You spend a piece of change on that. But how did the thing you acquire looking better than you? You're the one supposed to be, oh man. At least you're supposed to be matching up. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I see you. You're doing your thing. Nah. You know what I mean? So it's
Absolutely.
stuff like that, man. Yeah.
And
How
that's why, go ahead on, go ahead on.
broke down, whatever, but the car or the house look better than you.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. Clothes don't
Absolutely.
make you make the clothes. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. You know, and it's something that's not spoken about on a wide range. You can tell.
Mm.
You know, we just like what you said, needle in the haystack of nonsense.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But you can see a few people doing their thing, trying to be better. But like I said, it's not enough. It should be a whole lot more of us, man.
Mm.
You know, and the fact that you literally gotta force it down people's throats, so to speak, that's mind-boggling for me, man.
That's crazy. That's
When
crazy.
someone's talking to you, but be you being better, not you making them better. They're encouraging you to be better for you. Come on, man. If you can't swallow that, then ain't nothing more I can say to you. I mean, really.
And that's why I
Yeah.
say, Coach, it's a lot of work. And that's what I'm telling you right now. And I hope that the family is getting it. When you're not, it's so simple. When you're not taking care of yourself mentally, physically, or spiritually, family, think about it. Something is wrong with you because you all you have. Your health is all you have. I told you earlier, lose it and see what happened to you.
See what happened.
Your decision making, your mind is everything. That's I can see your mind. I see your mind by your behavior. Your behavior has a look. Just like I said earlier, I don't have to see you. But then when I do see you, mentally, spiritually, physically, I can pick it up. Because the first thing physically, I'm looking dead at you. I'm looking dead at you. I see that. Now, once I talk to you just for about 5 minutes, I got your mental state. I already know spiritually you messed up because you're not taking care of yourself.
So,
Right. It's we make it hard, but it's real simple. I know the family don't want to hear it. And then, like I said earlier, because we always try to use an excuse, like grown folks, you can do what you want to do. Absolutely. It's your world. It's your world. You do whatever you want to do. But I have evidence that if you don't take care of your mind, your body, and your soul, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer more than you would if you take care of yourself. We all go through some things happen. I'd be right. But the percentage of if you take care of yourself, you can live a more healthy and productive life.
yeah, yeah. That's what I explained to the young man a few days ago. I said, even if you hit the roadblock, you hit something when it comes to health, because life happens, right?
Absolutely.
So you can bounce back quicker because you in shape. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
take that blows and you bounce back quicker,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as opposed to someone who's not, you know.
Absolutely.
They can be down for a longer period. And I said, man, it sharpens your mind, man. Really and truly sharpens your mind. It reflexes everything, man. I'm telling you. So hopefully he sticks with it. I'm talking about big dude.
I know you're talking
Yeah,
about.
hopefully he sticks with it, man.
Yeah.
So
I hope you do too. And I got to holler at him because he leaving water, sweat all on the floor.
I
So
would go in the bathroom with that stuff with that
yeah,
sweat
yeah.
suit, man. Go in the bathroom with that
Yeah,
stuff, bro.
I got to have a talk with him. So absolutely right, Coach.
Yeah.
So until we come together again, Coach, I appreciate you as always. I always take heed, listen to your information, and when you don't take care of yourself, man, there's a look, man. When your behavior is not on par, man, there's a look. People can see it. So, family, mentally, spiritually, physically, take care of yourself. And until the next time, Coach, I'll holler at you. I appreciate you.
Same here, man.
Yeah, absolutely.